Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to Brick Productions. And guys, today is part one of building Mimban. Uh, I didn't think that I'd be saying that for a pretty long while because I never planned on making a solo mock, especially at a large scale. Um, I never thought I was going to be saying that. Pretty cool. So I want to let you guys know in the previous video when I announced Mimban, I said it was going to be a 4 grade base plate mock. Uh, well, I kind of lied. It's actually a 6 grade base plate mock. It's going to be a pretty big mock. It's going to be the second most biggest on the channel. The two biggest were Scarif and Sarcular base. Those were 12 gray. Ryloth and Ren Stronghold are 4 gray. So this one's going to be a pretty big mock. And I plan on, jam packing it with a bunch of details and whatnot. Anyways, also the intro you may have noticed was probably different. There was 2 additional intros to the beginning of the video. The first one was mine, but the other one was the Blaine's World intro, and that is a sponsor of mine. He is basically supplying me with a lot of parts at good prices, so hats off to him. And then the other one was TheWolfpackCustoms, and he is making me a good handful of the Mimban troopers, the mud troopers. He's making me I think 6 of them. So I really appreciate that. It's really gonna make the mock come to life, especially with customs. So pretty cool. So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about basically my initial plans for the entire thing, like in depth. I know I said it in the announcement video that I was gonna be talking about, the plans, but this one's going to be in depth. Like I'm actually going to be breaking down like where I'm actually going to specifically put things and how I'm going to build it and stuff like that. And also I have a little portion of Mimban built right here, so I'll probably be showing that in this video as well. And you guys can kind of get a clear direction on what this mock is going to look like and how certain structures are going to be built and stuff like that. So yeah, guys. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive into this video. Alrighty, guys. So this is the mock so far. And this is the trench that I was talking about in the announcement video for Mimban. Pretty cool stuff here, a lot of details. And this is the main trench I was talking about, the one that's going to be kind of behind the lines, really, of the battle. And like I said in the video, this is all going to be Imperial base. There's not going to be any Mimbanese troops on here, just because Lego hasn't made them, and it'd be a complete pain to get customs for them. So this is mainly going to be Imperial here. So I have the Trenchant, or some of it at least. Pretty cool stuff here. I think you guys can kind of see the kind of direction that I'm going for here with this little bit. I guess I'll show off some of the details. So my goal here is to have each bit of the wall on every wall a little bit different. That way it doesn't all look the same, and it also doesn't get repetitive for me to build, so it's somewhat kind of different. So pretty cool stuff here. This is the other side. Lots and lots of details. Really enjoyed making this, having a lot of fun. Pretty cool stuff here, just gotta say. I think my favorite parts of the trench details is probably the ladder areas for the troops to kind of, go up those and then kind of get up to the main surface. And also the little hoses that are coming out of the wall, those are pretty cool too. And then the Imperial logos there look really cool, kind of to signify that this is an Imperial trench. Yeah. I want to talk about basically the initial plans in depth. So I guess I'll start off with the trench here, being that I'm already here with the trench, so it's kind of convenient. So anyways, with this trench, like I said in the announcement video, it's going to kind of run along, and then it's going to cut over. You can kind of already see that here. And then it's going to cut across again, cut over again, and then go straight across once more. And the reason why I'm doing that, why am I cutting across and all that stuff? Well, there's two reasons behind that. Number one, I just don't want a straight line trench. It's just not really cool to have a straight line trench. That'd be kind of weird, and it wouldn't be as interesting. So it's kind of more interesting to have this cut across and add a little bit of difference to it. And another reason is, I talked about this also in the announcement video. Basically, I kind of want to make this really kind of like World War One. And in World War One, when they made their trenches, they would have them at these zigzag formations. And the reason why they do that is, for example, if a artillery shell like were to hit this wall right here, and obviously to blow up, it only kill these guys right here. But anybody in this area or across, they'd probably be okay, because it is cutting across. It's kind of more of a horizontal cover, I guess. So that's why they did that, just kind of, create less casualties. So that's why I'm trying to go for there. Also, if you guys noticed, the trench is at a slight angle, me using the hinges to do that. I think that makes a difference of just straight up and down. So pretty cool. So here is a more narrow trench. It's not as wide as this one. And I did that because I wanted this to kind of signify by itself, hey, this is its separate trench. This isn't, like the main trench for the front lines. This is, smaller. It's more of a pathway, and this is going to lead out to the airfield. So that's what's going on here. And I put a net up there because kind of another World War I thing. Basically, what this is signifying is when a artillery shell will hit like the surface, and the debris will kind of kick up and like fall to the ground. Any big pieces of debris, shrapnel or whatever, the net will kind of catch it, and anyone up under the net should be okay and pretty safe. Probably just get a little bit of dirt on them. So that's what that's kind of signifying there. I am going to run this net along with more of them. I didn't fill in the reddish brown right here a little bit because I don't really know how I want the transition to get up to the airfield. So let me talk about the airfield more in depth. So right here, there's going to be a rock formation that's going to kind of come around, and it's going to kind of move across, and then it's going to create a perimeter. I know I've got a lot of my parts kind of just sitting here, so maybe a little hard to visualize, but there's going to be like a rock perimeter. And then there's going to be a little dirt patch that kind of goes around that rock perimeter. And then right here, I'm going to have a little hangar. And then this is going to be kind of like the actual flat surface where the TIE fighters are going to park and whatnot. And possibly an ATDT. I don't know. I'm trying to look at a couple things to possibly make an ATDT. Be pretty cool. As far as a hangar as reference, I've been looking at a particular hangar. It's a real life one from a United States military Air Force base, Anderson Air Force Base over in Guam. There are B-52 bomber hangars over there. They look pretty cool, and so I was thinking about making one similar to that. Obviously it's not going to be the same size because the B-52 bomber is absolutely massive, so it wouldn't be the same size, but it kind of looked like it. But I've been looking at that one as far as reference for hangars. And I probably won't put any vehicles in it. It'll probably just be for storage and whatnot. So anyways, over here is going to be kind of more of just flat land. Really kind of nothing going on over here. It's going to be reddish brown. But there might be more color of dark tan over here. Kind of less disturbed over here, I guess. And over in this corner, I'm going to put a small little temple ruins here, and that's going to kind of show the culture of the Mimbanese. It's not going to be basically all-out war, all this mock, majority of it, like 90% of it, but basically it's just going to show the culture of the Mimbanese. And I'm thinking about putting a cameo of Indiana Jones in the temple, because I think it'd be pretty cool, because that is a character played by Harrison Ford. And you know, as we all know, Harrison Ford has a big significance with Han Solo, and this mock is from the Solo movie. So that'd be kind of cool. So anyways, I've run across, you know, you got the trench here, and then over here is going to be more of the torn up land. It's going to have more like artillery craters all through here. And then right here is going to be a much smaller trench than this one. And it's going to look completely different. And right now I'm calling it the front lines trench. It's going to be all messed up, really war-torn and gritty. Basically, it's going to kind of look like the opening scene of Mimban from the Solo movie, where it was just all-out chaos and the Empire is getting pretty messed up. So that's what this trench right here is going to kind of look like. And the materials that are going to be used there definitely not going to be as nice as this. So it's going to be really messed up, just nasty stuff. I think I'll talk about some small details I'm going to do. So right here, the transition over to the airfield, I'm not going to have any, I am going to have mud troopers here, but I'm not going to have any regular officers from this point over throughout the entire mock. Just the regular, clean, pristine officers. That goes for Walker drivers, TIE fighter pilots, technicians, you know, all of that stuff. Basically, from this point over, that's where they're going to be at, because basically, I kind of want to show that these guys over here, they're kind of working for a living. They're fighting on the front lines. They're working for a living. The officers are kind of behind a desk right now, just kind of doing their thing and not really doing anything. And any officers that I'm going to have, they're going to have the Tobias Beckett uniform. I'm going to swap out the heads because it'd be kind of weird to have like 30 Tobias Becketts walking around. So be a little weird. So that's what's going on there. Anyways, I think that's it. I think you guys kind of have a clear vision on what this mock is going to be like. What's it, you know, what it's the clear direction of it. So I really appreciate your guys' feedback so far. I know it's not much. I know it's not a whole lot, but I thought it was enough for a part 1 video. So yeah. Anyways, I think that's going to be it. Be sure to go follow the sponsors and obviously subscribe and follow me because that'd be much appreciated. And anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Brick Productions signing off.